I hope everybody can hear me now. And well, my whole presentation is based on some questions Arthur had sent me. So one is, how do I expect that my numbers will come back? And I think in that situation, I have to see if it works, Arno. Yeah, in that situation, we also have to go back a little bit in the past, how it all started. So basically, COVID came in the beginning of March to us. And straight away, I had 8 people quarantined after a study meeting where the boyfriend of one of my staff was COVID positive. And you can see our numbers for this year by then. And we had to completely restructure. So our official changes by the German government actually came after we already started to plan and to coordinate with our local health authorities. And we reduced our elective procedures to those patients that had appointments and traveled further. 16th to March of 24th of April, we were basically in our lockdown. So we defined rules, contact rules, maximum of 10 minutes, intravenous injections, maximum of 15 minutes in the whole facility. And we also made it that our cataract patients had a maximum of 25 minutes from coming in to leaving the facility after surgery with different teams. So no team was longer with a patient than a maximum of 10 minutes. And with that, our intravitreal injections stabilized and our cataracts went down, but the decrease was not too much. Basically, from now on, or from this week on, we had a slow recovery period. So we started to reschedule elective outpatients and also elective surgeries. Our intravitreal injections kept stable, and we are at the moment around 60 to 70%. And we do expect that in the next 6 to 8 weeks, we can basically come back to normal. So we had that problem. We had people already being out of the office, and we had to think about what do we do now. So we sat together and we decided we need to keep our patients safe, and we also need to keep our staff safe, and we need to assure our patients and our staff that it's a really good working environment and that the patients are not in risk. So we changed the whole practice, like I showed you before. We put up basically like shields everywhere where patients are sitting. We separated the chairs. We made it mandatory to wear masks from the very beginning, already in March. So I got fabric masks that are reusable and washable produced. If patients come in, they don't wear a mask, they get the mask from us. Afterwards, it comes in a separate bag, it gets washed, it gets sterilized so we can reduce them. We separated the pens that the patients use to sign. So basically all pens get sterilized. And we implemented all those time rules to get the patients through the clinic faster. And this process was actually quite difficult because it's a short time to perform the whole cataract procedure, including coming in and leaving in 25 minutes. But it's just workflow optimizing. And actually it worked very well for our patients. But we rearranged it all so they can sign in on a webcam, they can read their insurance card in on their own, they straight away go in the OR, they go through the anesthesia in the OR room, get surgery and go out. The counseling in premium IOLs is a very important factor. So for that, we designed new information material that we send to the patient beforehand. So the patient actually is already more informed and has to spend less time with the staff. And then they get a meeting with the staff, they get it explained, but they always have the possibility to call back in, and we reschedule them on the phone or in a video conference to counsel them. So why do I believe that premium IOLs will actually like help me out of that difficult COVID situation? Actually, a lot of things have changed for our patients and ourselves. Patients have become much more health conscious due to COVID. And that rethinking process is also something where the patient starts to have the want to get a better health care and to have the best possible care, the highest safety and the highest security. And those patients also transfer that on whole medicine. So they want to see safe. So why risk, for example, further optician visits for glasses if a premium IOL might offer them that independence? And the other thing is that our whole patient education has become much easier. People are at home, so they can only read, they can only go on their computer, they can use social media to educate them. And you see that by the increase of the numbers of, for example, Netflix, Amazon Prime, use of Google, that especially here in Germany, where we were used to having to give everything out on paper, we get a much faster digitalization process now, and we can use that to inform our patients and to help them to increase the demand for refractive cataract surgery. So that is a big benefit. Another benefit that we have is people are home. No one is going to go on vacation. They had to cancel their vacation. Most of them, at least in Germany, still get most of the regular pay, but they can't spend it anymore. And that also means that they have more money to invest in their own healthcare. So I try to go to my last slide. So I believe that we as ophthalmologists and in our field have to be the first to climb the COVID-19 mountain. And we actually have very good chances right now to explain healthcare to our patients. And also that there are additional costs if you want better care and especially premium care. So thank you very much for your kind attention. And if there are any questions, feel free to write them in the QA and they can be answered later. And now I'm handing it over to the next speaker.